Okay, great. Most of the class is sitting up straight. I can see most notebooks out. I'm not seeing two textbooks. If you can have at least one textbook among partners, that will be good. If you don't have your book, write the book, but make sure it's copied in your history book later. Yeah? Okay, everyone stands down, sitting up straight. The books out. Yeah, great. So we'll have back straight throughout the so that we can be focused. Great. Everyone knows my name? So my name is Elisha Bayer. Okay. I used to teach 8 standard years back in February. Now I'm a program manager with Teach for India. And since last 3 years I've been working with Teach for India as program manager. So I'll be coming on Saturdays to teach you political science. Okay, and I will work with Mr. Dili to see what portions he is covering, what portions I am covering. Alright? So I'll try and get to know your names. I don't know any of your names, but I'll try and get to know your names. So when I ask you questions, all of that, just let me know your name as well. And I'll try to remember. I'm very bad with names, but I'll try to remember. Okay. Great. So today we're going to study basically, can someone read out the objective? My handwriting is bad, but can someone read this out? Yes, please.
My name is Sonali. We will be able to explain the purpose and parts of political science by summarizing.
Okay, so I'll explain basically what we're going to do through the lesson, and then I'll ask you to just think about what you know already. So we're going to cover 2 key questions, and whenever, like I hope you're going to be taking notes throughout as well, but I'll be telling you what particularly to take down from the board as well. So for now, just the objective you need to be written down. We'll be covering 2 big questions. What are the parts of political science? And the other question is, why do we study political science? Okay, and how we're going to do this, we'll start off with just connecting to what you have learned already. You have had at least one lesson of political science already, right? So what do you know already about political science? We'll start with that. So you'll have an opening which will be around like 1 minute where you fill down what you already know. We'll then go through 2 scenarios. So it's one big scenario, but you're breaking it down into 2 scenarios. Yeah, and you all will be in groups discussing those scenarios and giving me certain responses based on which we understand this first question. What is political science? Yeah? After this scenario, you will be getting into making connections to what you know from outside. All of you have heard of the word politics? Yes. So at this point we'll be connecting to what do we know about the politics outside, right? And we'll be understanding how political science plays out around us. Yeah? After this we will get into small groups. And in these groups you will be prepping very, very quickly. Like you will be coming up with short presentations on certain components of political science itself, and through that we will understand more components of political science. Clear so far? Give me thumbs up here. Great. Okay. After this we will get into independent, like by ourselves. Independently you will synthesize your thoughts of what all you have learned, and through this you will answer this second question. Why do we study political science? Great. Everyone clear of how the lesson is going to look like? We should cover all of this in around 45 minutes, and after that we'll have 5 minutes of discussion, questions if you have more questions or thoughts, and we'll close up with the questions or thoughts. Great. How will we know if we have achieved, if we are successful by the end of the lesson? 2 things I want you to leave with. One with, and you should be very excited about learning political science. Right, that's one thing. What's the first thing? Excited about political science. The second thing that I want you to leave with is basic idea of what political science is. Right? basic idea of what political science is. So if you leave with these two things from the class, I know that you are successful and I am being successful in the class. Great? Okay. Again, why are we learning all of this is because I think as we grow up, all of you are how old? You must be 14, 13, 16, different ages, right? By 18 you will become legal voters and you can vote. Correct? So knowing that how do I become useful now, for now you've been useful in the school, you've been doing a lot of things for the school, for your class, for your community center, all of that. How do you go beyond that now and do something for like the whole space? Right? As a citizen of the country, how do you start becoming a part of the country and engaging with the different, as a citizen of the country, right? So political science and learning all of this is going to help us in understanding what our role is as a citizen as well. Okay, so one skill that we're going to use throughout, one skill that we're going to learn is this word. Can someone tell me what this word is? Summarize. So use that word. So we're going to, these are certain steps I want you to take down. Like there are three things, I'm sure you have learned some of these steps before in English and all of that. But we're going to just do three steps. The first step that we need to do is take this down, step one. Is we ask ourselves, what am I learning? What did I learn from the activity? Yes, or text.
Are we writing like two questions?
Not these two questions, just objective for now.
And the
you have your steps, right? I hope you have put down the date and all of that already. Those are things you should have already done. Right? So first step is what did I learn from the activity or text? The second step is to note down my learning. Sorry, my handwriting is very bad, but I hope you're understanding. And the third step is you check for the logical flow. Just very quickly take 20 more seconds to write this down. So step 1, what did I learn from the activity of text? Step 2, you note down all the learnings that you had, and step 3, you check for a logical flow. I'll explain what it means and you'll understand what it means as we go through the lesson. Okay, everyone, wrapping up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and looking up at the board. Great. So what I want to do now is we are going to get into the opening. Okay? I want you to just make 3 columns. It's not whole page, just for 3-4 lines. Just 3 columns in a notebook. And write down, think independently and write down 3 things. The first thing, what do you already know? What do you already know about political science or politics or political science? Yeah. The second, what do you think you know? When you think you know something, but you're not completely sure of it. You know कि politics में ऐसा कुछ होता है, लेकिन you're not very clear of what's in it. That you will put down here. And the third column you will put down what do you want to know. Okay, I'm giving you 60 seconds. Quickly make the 3 columns, just 3-4 lines, and write down these 3 things. What do you know? What do you think you know? And what do you want to know? Just 60 seconds. just write in first. If you don't know anything, don't write it in that column. But if there's anything you want to learn based on what you have heard so far about political science or politics, anything that you want to learn, just write it in the third column. This is based on your own learning so far. You can just write down points. No need to write all sentences. Just write points. I know about political party. So you just write political party. I want to know about how to play politics. Well, you write politics. That's the point. You have 30 more seconds. Once you're done, you can keep your pen down and sit on spot and look up at me and give me a big smile. Everyone's looking down. No one wants to smile. Okay. Everyone's wrapping up in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, pens down and looking up. Can we hear a few things that anyone feels that they already know? Yes.
I know about elections.
Sit and listen. And loudly for the whole classroom.
I know about elections.
You know about elections. Okay, great. Anyone wants to share something that they think they know half? Means I think I know what it is, but I don't know completely. Yes.
I know that people from different stages and they take a decision.
Okay, so you know that people come from different places and they take decisions, but you would like to know a little more of how it happens. Great. Can someone tell me a little bit about what do you want to know? Something new you want to learn? Someone, new hands? I need to see more hands going up. Yeah? Yes.
Like in colleges, like there are politics, like making group up and like leaders. So how it works in college?
Okay, so like in colleges, outside you have different groups that form, like what do they call them? Parties, right? There are different parties that form and you have different leaders. How does that work? Great. So these are few things you know and few things you want to learn about. Each one of you have different things, and through today's lesson and through the whole political science session, we have around 4-5 chapters through the year which we will cover. We will understand a lot of what you are thinking about as well as what you know already. We will get to the depth of that. Okay? Great. Let's get to the second speech now. So we are done with this speech. We get into the scenario. So I'm going to, you are in 3 groups, right? Right. So we are going to now role play this as if we are one village. Okay, so we are Vadgaon Sheri village. Okay, and we are 3 different groups. Each one of you have a certain thing. So there is some budget that is given to you. So someone comes and says, I am giving you 10,000 rupees. You have to decide what to do with this. Okay, so this is group 1. Group 1, you want to start a community center. Okay, there's 10,000 rupees you have, you want to start a, what do you have to start? Community center. Okay. Group 2, you guys want to start a library. You feel reading is very important. So in your community, in your village, you need a library. So you want to start a library. Okay, and group 3, you feel that there is so much waste and no proper drinking water for the people. So you want that every person gets proper drinking water and the area is clean. Right? So waste management should be proper and there should be drinking water for everyone. Yeah? These are the different things that you have. What you need to do is you need to come up with how you're going to spend this money. Right? How you're going to spend this money and why your thing is most important. Right? You have community center, you have library, you have water and waste places. Why is that most important for the community and how you will use 10,000 rupees to start something for that? Any questions before you start? Yes.
In one village only, the whole village
Yes.
You can say whether water is not important.
That you can say. But for now you have to say why library is important. Yeah. So I'm giving you 3 minutes. You can turn around, turn in a smaller group. Yes. Okay. 1 second. Hear the question and you can get into it.
Is the money with 10,000 with each group or only 10,000?
No, right now the 10,000 is with me.
Yeah.
See, you need to convince me which is the most important. I will give the best in that 10,000 to start the project. Yeah? I'm not going to actually give you 10,000.
Come here.
You have exactly 3 minutes.
You discuss there, we discuss there.
Okay, can I have your attention just for 1 second? Just based on my observation, just 2 quick norms that I need for the groups. Yeah, everyone should be participating, and everyone should be speaking, and every team should have. So here you have 2 groups, right?
Yeah.
Both of your groups, each team should have 1 note taker who's taking down all the points and who will present to me finally. Yeah, each group needs to have 1 note taker who will take notes and present. Continue. You have 2 more minutes.
We are ready. budget plan करो उसके बाद कौन से बोल सकते we are healthy then we can start changing the only the most strong point
You have 1 more minute.
How you are giving
And you can Okay, we're coming back in 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, I will see everyone sitting smartly at the end of 0, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Can I have 1 person from team 1 stand up and present to me two big points that you have for community center? Everyone is going to be listening to the speaker.
The two big points we have for the community center is that we'll have a sharing circle in which whatever problem they have in the society or the community around them, they will tell us and share us and talk about the problem and we'll also have a learning circle in which we'll educate the students about the world, students or the people who are there about the world, what is happening around us, how should we not have a mindset, how should we what biases should not
Great. So there's a lot of education and a lot of focus on developing this space. Group 2. 2 big points for your library.
I have 2 big points in math, and if there is a library there,
Everyone else is listening, but I'm going to ask you questions based on what you guys.
if there is a library, then student or anyone can read books in that. Which they will get a lot of knowledge by which if there is a problem in their society, in their village, so by reading books they can understand that how can you solve the problem. Through that they can solve all the problems they have. So reading, having a library is important. And other part is in first also, when British were there, we were having a lot of problem in reading, so we can't buy the books. So in the village, if we are having libraries and we are understanding a lot of languages we are getting, so when the villagers are buying something, fertilizer or anything, they can buy and the crops might grow nice in which so the library is important.
Okay, so a lot of learning based focus to problem solve. Yes. Group 3. The group at the back, you present first. Or you have together? You present, then I'll ask you. Yes.
So like before starting this library and community center, we should be first hygienic, and what will be the use of doing all these things if we are not feeling well and we are getting ill again and again.
So looking at basic health and hygiene. Great.
We won't be able to use maximum use out of community center and library if you are not there. So they would be like just a waste.
Your studies count.
Can I add?
Please. Oh, no, just this. Okay. Now I want everyone to pause. Each one of you are thinking what to do with your problem, please, right? I want you to pause now and think of now the whole village, right? What was happening in this village now? Like, can you have everyone sitting up straight? What was happening in this village? Yes.
Everyone mindset was different
Okay.
topics.
So we had different mindsets. Like, I don't want you to note down, but what I'm doing is step 1. I'm just writing down what I am learning from the activity itself. So I learned that okay, there were different mindsets. What else? Someone else? Yes.
Different work they have like.
Okay, everyone has different work focus. You have different work focus. What else can I have? Different ideas. Yes.
And by everyone was wanting
Okay, everyone wanted their work. There was certain like focus towards particular or build towards particular idea. So this is called like ideology. So like I may have a certain kind of ideology that this is a good way to do things, right? So that we have certain ideas towards something. What else? Yes.
The amount of work which we are given on that time we have to do.
Okay, great. So as a team, you have an observation of the team that you are able to think through the work well. If I have to think of these pieces, what is like the common things that are coming out? What are the common things? Look at the word. Which is the most common word there? Different. Right. So the first part about politics is that it deals with. So if I have to answer the question, what is politics? Right. The first part set from this activity, we can understand that it starts with differences. There are a lot of differences in our areas, in our community, in thought, in ideas, in ideology, in focus, in mindsets, all of that, right? And politics starts off first with the differences. Are these differences good or bad? Good. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they can be conflicting, but mostly like it's good to have these differences. Yeah. What did I just do in this? Right? I first just put down what I learned from the activity, right? And second, I just noted down that my learning was that differences is a big thing that is coming out. And then I checked, was this logical? Is this right thing? Did I come up with the right observations? That differences was the big thing that was coming out? Yeah, great. So that is the steps I used to find out different facts and summarize different facts. Now I'll take these ideas and write it down in a proper paragraph. Yeah? For now I'm not writing it down, but think of yourself when you are noting it down, just taking all of these ideas and writing down in proper paragraph. So first I just put down my point and see if it is logical, and I put it down in a paragraph. Okay? So I'm following these steps in this as well. Let's move to the next activity. Now imagine the same situation. Now you have 3 different parties. Same village, you have 3 different parties, right? You have the same piece, but now I'm going to give you 3 minutes again. What you need to do is you will have 1 elected member from each party. Okay, so you have 1 elected member from each party. Right? That person, you will have 3 minutes to help that person come up with presentation for the whole group. Right? Now remember, you won't win the elections unless you have 70% of the votes. Okay? In actually you need more than 50% majority, but in this case you're going to give 70%. That means 70% of the class needs to vote for you. Right? Yes.
We have 2 representatives for this.
Yes, sure. So we'll have 4 groups. We'll have 4 groups. Each person, your representative needs to get votes from how many people?
70%.
And mean how many people do we have there?
We have 24, 23, 22.
We have 21.
We have 21 today. What is 70% of 21?
14.
So you need to get at least 15 people's votes. Okay? You need to get at least 15 people's votes. So you need to think in your group how you are going to get the other people's votes as well. Right? So you have to not just pitch your idea. You have to not just pitch your idea that water is the problem, or libraries, we need library, or your thing is community center is the main thing. You not just have to pitch that idea, but you have to ensure other people like your big idea as well. Okay, understood? Yes.
Can we vote for ourselves?
No voting for yourselves. Only others will vote for you. Okay, so first thing you will do.
Presenters parents from this team, only other teams can vote for them, not our team.
No, your team also.
This is not.
Your team
That
also.
person individually cannot vote for themselves, but this team can.
You can vote. Other
I don't
team.
understand this problem by wasting time.
That's okay. That's their job to explain it. Right?
If we want to...
Yes, and you discuss among yourselves. Okay, so you have 5 seconds to come up with that one person who will be the member who presents, and the team is going to come up with being able to speak. And you can start discussing that first you vote for.
Budget planning also.
You have 1.5 minutes. This time new person will present from each group. Okay, everyone coming back in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 seconds. You people wrapping up the work and sitting up smartly. 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. So now the elected representative, whoever the elected, will stand up, turn to the class from wherever you are, and present your ideas. You will not have from your place itself. We'll keep it very quick. You will not have more than 30 seconds. At 30 seconds, I will cut you off. Yeah. You have 30 seconds to stand and present. Can we start with team 4? Okay, so whoever you are elected, stand up and present to the whole class what your points are.
So water management and water management is to make sure that the water that is going to all the people is potable and is clean. And similar with waste management, that the places are the cleanliness is maintained throughout the village. So I say that we believe that cleanliness matters more than making centers and libraries, because if the people get disease and die, what is the use of having libraries and the people won't go there.
Time up. Next group. Next group. Yes,
we appreciate the fact that human beings need a library and as well as community center, but according to us, a better thing for that will be like cleanliness, because if the human being is clean and is hygienic, then only he has the ability to do other things, can make a library and community center. And for library, like there are many other devices like Kindle. For setting a library we need a lot of money, but on the basis of that, if we buy Kindle, it will be faster.
For the community center, in that center we will make a library. About 50% of community center we will make a library, and therefore they will have a learning center. Then in that we can explain them that about the cleanliness and potable water.
Okay, great. Time up, yeah.
We are planning to create a space which will be known as center and which will be beneficial for the whole society, and we can have library there and computers and many other things which are required for the society. And your all inputs will be taken over there, and we can have learning circles over there which will lead to everyone's ideas being put forward and problems too. And we'll make sure that the place is hygienic and clean too, because we give importance to cleanliness too. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so let me get your name. What's your name? Gaurav. Amit and okay. Just based on what you heard, right, who do you think will get most votes? Who do you think will get most votes? Okay, people are saying they're old team names. Let's get something. Now you are not parties. Okay, now you are not your own parties, right? You are just normal villagers. So forget everything you just did. You are just normal villagers. You have heard these different presentations. They have come and given bhashan that we are going to do this, right? And you are from your village. You have come and you are listening to this bhashan. Logically thinking through all the points that they raised, right? Who will you vote for? Okay? So raise of hands. You cannot raise your hand twice. You cannot raise your hand twice. Okay? So quickly think who are you going to vote for and be ready. Everyone clear? Ready? Who you want to vote for? Yes. Okay. Who all will vote for? 1, 2, 3, 4. You can vote only once, remember. 5. Okay. Who all will vote for Amit? Don't say it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 for me. How many of you will vote for Sandeep? One vote is gone, one vote is gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sandeep. How many of you are voting for Adesh? Okay, we have one vote. How many of you did not vote? How many of you did not vote? So one person who did not vote. Okay, this is not adding up, but we'll figure out. Okay, so Amit got 7 votes. Okay. Now let's pause. Okay, voting ho gaya abhi, now forget that. Right? Let's pause. Think of what just happened. What just happened? Why do you think Amit got most votes? Now think of what happened. Now we are not. Okay. What did friends? Okay, so we had friends. What else? Yes.
Miscommunication. They didn't understood.
Okay. So some people did not understand. There was communication problem. Team members. Okay, so you had your party votes. Okay. Yes.
Misunderstanding. I was not aware that we cannot be not waiting on children. I would not vote.
Okay, ठीक है. But you voted. ठीक है. Now think of the points as well. The points different people raised. Right? What were the points that Amit talked about? Someone else besides Amit. Yes.
50 in the center, 50% of